Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 253 for Friday, November 20th, 2009. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is the only film anybody is probably going to be talking about this weekend, the Twilight Saga New Moon. This film is directed by Chris Weitz, who also did About a Boy. He helped out his brother Paul with American Pie, a few of them, so he's been around. Some people probably don't really care, personally. But the film stars Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Taylor Lautner, and Billy Burke. There's a few other people towards the end of this film that you're going to recognize. Michael Sheen and Dakota Fanning, to name a couple. Twilight New Moon, I'm not going to spend too much on the plot. I mean, you guys have all seen the trailers, heard people talking about it. Vampires, werewolves, Bella. That's basically what you need to know. Edward Cullen decides to leave Bella to go to the Volturi, which is this kind of league of goth-looking vampires in Italy, and he does it to protect her. She gets incredibly heartbroken. She turns to Jacob Black, her friend. A kind of quasi-relationship starts to form there, but it turns out Jacob, get this, is a werewolf. So it becomes vampires versus werewolves, and romance and Twilight ensues. I mean, I think, first off, I just wanted to say it's probably what I said in my other review of Twilight, which was a long time ago, I think back in like episode 35 or something. I know that this is not targeted at me. It's targeted at teenage girls, little girls who go goo goo gaga over these guys, and I'm okay with that. But I think what I said about Twilight is that it's not for me, but I think the first Twilight kind of achieves what it tries to do. I mean, it's really cheesy and melodramatic, but I could see why girls like that film. This film, to me, however, has about 10 times more action than the first one, which, for guys, that might sound okay, but it's about 10 times more melodramatic and 10 times more cheesy. And the first thing I really noticed about it is that it's 2 hours and 10 minutes long, and for about the first hour and a half, it feels like nothing happens. There are just scenes of Kristen Stewart putting her hair behind her ear, biting her lip, punching her chest in her bed because she's so in pain and anger because Edward left her, and it's so over the top and way too melodramatic. There are so many scenes with Taylor Lautner with his shirt off that, I mean, I think is supposed to be because he's a werewolf and he gets hot. That's why he cuts his hair and has his shirt off all the time. I'm not buying it. You're putting it in the movie because teenage girls love it. And there's basically a lot of that in the first hour and a half. That's basically all it is. You see a lot of intense stares, a lot of heavy breathing going on, and then it gets to the section where they finally go to the Volturi and the big climax of the film occurs. And it's nothing groundbreaking and nothing amazing, but it was the only time in the film where I felt any sort of real interest or real investment in the film. And I'm not sure if that's just because Michael Sheen was in it, and the second he's in it, you could just tell, like, this guy knows how to act. Like, he's an actor, and everybody else around him is not. I think I heard Peter Travers of Rolling Stone say that it looked like everybody else was looking at him going, what is that called? Acting? That looks hard. And that's almost what it feels like. It feels like most of the film, Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, and Taylor Lautner are posing in front of the camera. I mean, Taylor has his shirt off the whole time, Robert Pattinson's giving the weird glare to Bella, and Kristen Stewart's being Kristen Stewart. And that's basically what I got out of the film. I mean, if you are a young girl and you like the Twilight series, I am sure you're going to love New Moon. Nothing I'm saying right now is going to change your mind. But for the rest of us, it is a poor excuse to me of a romance. It's like a trashy romance novel put to film that girls just eat up. I reviewed The Room on the last episode, and there's certain scenes in this film that feel like they were written by Tommy Wiseau. Some of the dialogue to me is so terrible, and some of the scenes have this like change of mood. Especially there's a scene with Jacob and Bella at a movie theater that has this weird change of mood that I don't get. I'm sure if I read the book I would understand it. Not gonna care about that. The last thing I just wanted to say, women, you deserve better. You deserve a better romance film to get behind. Twilight is not it. I'm hoping that the third and fourth one gets maybe a little better, maybe on par with the first film. For this one, it's far worse for me. I give the Twilight Saga New Moon a 1.5 out of 5. Look out for the ironic scene when they watch a movie in the film and they bag on how terrible the dialogue of that action movie is. I sense some irony. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another one for you.